Good morning, here with Legacy Flat Roof and Sheet Metal. We're here today in central London. We are working on a porch deck. A little bit tricky because now we have a walk-on wood deck that the client has. Unfortunately, it's been leaking for so long that the actual substrate underneath is completely rotten. We need to rip up the roof, rip up the substrate, put new 2x10s, reframe it, possibly put new fiberglass insulation. We'll take you up top, show you what it looks like. It's an interesting job. I hope you like it. Thank you so much. Okay, welcome back. We've come up to the roof. We've cut off the membrane. This may be the worst rot I've ever seen. It's been leaking here so long, everything's soaking wet. You can see the 2x10 roof trusses running across. They're completely rotten. We have to replace those. We have to tie it on the outside. We have more. This part is, we've allocated that part for tomorrow. So there we go. The OSB board, it's garbage. You can see it's just flaked off. We have wet insulation we're going to replace for the client, and we have 2x10s that are in some areas completely gone. So we need to sister them. We need to put new hangers on the outside, put new trusses in, and get this thing based in for the night. So there you go. We got a bit of woodworking ahead of us, a bit of new plywood to go on. There we go. We got to watch the outside railing and stuff. So there's a bit of tie-in work on this one. We are going to get this client dry, new wood, actually new framed in nicely, and have them on their way. Show you what it looks like once we start putting in new plywood and new framing. Thanks. Okay, welcome back. It's been a few hours. We removed all the wet wood that we could. We removed the wet plywood. We put new fascia boards along the outside. We've sistered in some boards, the roof trusses going vertically. There was a lot of wet insulation. We were thinking of trying to save it. It was unsavable. Really, when you leave, you want no moisture in the roof at all. So we're putting new R20 pink fiberglass insulation. The substrate that was here was OSB chipboard, and once that gets wet, it loses its structural integrity. So we're going to put pressure treated plywood. It's a lot better for the roof, a lot better for the longevity of the home. So there you go. You can see the roof trusses in place. You can see the new pink insulation going down. We are going to add plywood, get some base sheet, get us closed in for the night, which sure it looks like when we start adding base sheet. Thanks. Good morning. We're on day 2 of the project. Yesterday we were able to get the old roof ripped off, new decking, new plywood. We put the base sheet on. Today we got the second half. We already took the deck off. They had a walk-on deck. We took that off. You can see, I don't know if the camera can pick it up. Again, we know we're going to have, it's pretty mushy. Like the substrate, the OSB you saw yesterday is completely wet, rotted. We're gonna have to rip this off, new decking. We'll show you what it looks like. We got some wall detail to do, and we'll show you what it looks like. We'll show you the damages when you leave your roof too long, when it's leaking, constantly leaking. Yesterday we also found some carpenter ants, which is a sign that it's been moist for a long time. Anyway, we'll show you what it looks like. Hope you like it. Thanks. Okay, welcome back. We finished. We tore off about 75–80% of the roof. Existing roof. We have the perimeter still to do. Just wanted to show you the issue when you leave your roof leaking for so long. Ultimately, all you're doing is damaging the underside board. So these are 2x10s that could just flake off pretty easily. This is the old OSB board underneath, just flaking off. So we have to do some framing here. It's all just, you can even see the indentation of the old membrane. All this insulation has to go. It's soaking wet. We'll put new insulation down. That's what it shows you. Really, you're trying to save up on the cost to repair the leak, but ultimately you have framing that you have to worry about. Another issue this owner right now has to deal with is carpenter ants. We have tons of carpenter ants. Once you get moisture into the roof, into the wood, you're going to have insect issues. So we have to clean that up, new insulation, new board, and we'll show you what it looks like when we start putting new plywood. Thank you. Okay, it took a lot of work, but we did it. We put new wood, new plywood, new roof trusses. We had to cut out around the fascia board. We finally did it. We now have new wood that the client can rely on. It's dry. We have new fiberglass insulation. We're going to clean up now, prime it, and put base sheet. Next couple of days, we have metal flashing around, new cap sheet. We'll show you what it looks like. But this was an issue. The fact that it was leaking for so long. Had the leak been addressed right away, that's one thing. It was leaking for so long, it just rotted out so much. So anyway, client has new wood here, and we have to base it and, so it's watertight for the night. Thank you. Okay, welcome back. It's been a tough couple days, but we are almost there. You saw us reframe the roof, new insulation down. We put new plywood, and now we're ready to go. So you can see the base and membrane has been installed. We have some detail work around the post, but we're going to start reinstalling the old deck. So I just want to show you what that looks like before we go ahead and do that. We finished up some wall flashings to do, but there you go. A deck that had been leaking for too long. They had some ant issues and moisture issues, so ultimately it was unsafe to even walk on here. So there we go. We'll show you what it looks like when the deck comes back on. We got some wall flashings to do and show you what it looks like. Thanks. Okay, welcome back. The job finished. It was about a 4-day job. We had to rip off the old deck, take off, you saw the soft substrate, ripped it off. We had a lot of wet insulation that had to come out. New insulation back in, new substrate. You can see the roofing on the outside, and we tried to save the client some money, so we put a lot of the old boards back, but ultimately we didn't want to put all the rotten wood back, so we had to put some new boards in time. There you go. The job turned out great. I'm sure the client's gonna love it. Now they have a tenant in here and they can enjoy the deck out here without the worry of the rotted wood, one being the leaking, and then also you did have to worry about the rotten wood. So there you go, Legacy Flat Roof and Sheet Metal. Hope you liked it, hope you learned something. If you're in the southwestern Ontario area, we'd love to hear from you. You can find us online at legacyroofs.com. Thank you so much.